So let's talk about the new moon in Capricorn. If you are on the East Coast, it is occurring exactly at the strike of midnight tonight. Super cool. If you are on the West Coast, it's actually happening a little bit sooner, or maybe even the next day if you are coming to me from Australia. Hi, Mina. All right. So this new moon in Capricorn, first off, is conjunct Pluto, the planet of inner transformation. And anytime we're working in Capricorn energy, it's really ambitious. It's ready to set big, long-term goals that you can climb over time. And specifically what's happening here is when it's conjunct Pluto like that is the long-term goals that you've had that continuously hit roadblocks, right? Or continuously have some deeper subconscious thing where you kind of get tripped up, whether you're afraid to actually do more than just think about them a couple of times, or when you go to do them, there are things that shut you down or make it almost impossible to move through. Now is the time to really alchemize everything that you've had, alchemize that desire, alchemize that ability to really stretch your capacity for more. Now, the thing here in this, and anytime we're in Capricorn energy, as I was talking about, is it's very forward focused. It's ready to go get stuff done. But there's two types of energies, right? There's like the busy hands, right? When all of us get in, I'm sure all of us get into this state where your nervous system's been go for so long that you're just like looking, you're cleaning your counter, you're going through your junk drawer, you're just doing all of these little tasks just to keep yourself in motion. And that is like I don't want to say the negative side of Capricorn energy, but it's definitely a malfunctioning of Capricorn energy of being like, let's just go, versus let's do something that's meaningful. Unless there is a meaningful action I can take right now, the best thing is to do nothing. The best thing is to go quiet. The best thing is to go still. So for some of us, especially ones who've gotten really clear on what's been awakening in them over the past 6 months, this is about to be go time, on it time, take action time. Starting on the 14th, we move into a 14-day period where we have no retrograde planets. Mercury's in its shadow period, but it's still forward moving, which means if you have clarity on your goal, you know where you want to be. You've been through this. You've been like riding this out for a little while now, several months now. You are ready to go all steams ahead, up the mountain. Let's get it done. This is your time to really cement down into it and go all in. Or as my mentor would say, Janine Yoder would say, play full out. You have this 14-day grace period. Things are going to be crazy in these 14 days. Don't get me wrong. Like, don't expect normalcy in these 14 days. Don't expect calm in these 14 days. Don't expect anyone to help you regulate your nervous system in these 14 days at all. What you do have is this opportunity to kind of focus down in, go, you know what? I know what's going on. I know the world's going through changes. I know we're in the birthing pains. I know this shit's crazy. I'm going for it. This new moon is your time to cement that in, to go long term. I am going to go after what is meaningful in my life, what it has meat in my life. And, the way that we can talk about this as well is it's never about the car. It's never the 6-figure income. It's never about meeting your soulmate, right? That is the surface level intention. That is the surface level of the desire, right? This is the opportunity to go in deep. This is the opportunity to find the roots of what it is you actually want to be creating. And then this is also the opportunity to move on it through what scares you and through what you don't know, I'm sorry, I'm getting emails in this, through what you're afraid of and through when you don't know what the next step is, okay? So I talk about this in tomorrow's post as well. The symbol for the degree of this sign where this new moon, this transformational new moon is happening at, is a man who is afraid of heights, climbs a set of invisible stairs. And so the only major aspect other than conjunct Pluto that this moon is making is sextile to Neptune, which means what's happening here is, first of collectively, we're getting kind of hit here and there from the collective unconscious. Clearly, if you've turned on a news or if you turned on the TV, we're in this stage of where the story is changing. We're having to integrate so much, and so much change is needing to be made that we're kind of getting so much information all at once. And then also in the personal level is so much has changed in each individual one of our own unconsciousness. Going through these quarantines, going through these lockups, going through these times where things have been so different, it's been an opportunity for stuff to come to the surface in your own life, for desire to come to the surface, for fears to come to the surface, for blocks and places that needed to be healed to come to the surface. So as we're in this transformational new moon, setting intentions around being able to make big plans, being able or take action on big plans and big goals, even though it scares you and even though it requires faith. That's the big key here, is faith. And what you're going to see kind of buffeting about over this cycle of the moon is either having faith or it being hopeless, right? Being able to produce a vision for your personal future or the collective future, and being able to weave a story that is worth fighting for in some regards, worth showing up for, worth wanting more for, worth claiming and pushing ourselves for, worth doing the scary thing for. Or it's all worthless, it's not worth it, you're never going to get through it, it's never going to happen for you, you're never going to be made of the stuff that needs to happen, which by the way is bullcrap. So if that's the story, what needs to be shifted in there is the faith piece. And I know that can be a trigger word for some people. It was for me for a very long time, because a lot of people who talked to me about faith were some of the most angry people I'd ever met in my life. And I thought, how can you be talking to me about faith? How can you have faith and be that angry? And so it took me a long time to reconcile this piece of first off, when we're stretching our capacity for more, it is always going to require us to both move towards the thing that we are afraid of, because change is scary, and to move, there is always a test of blind faith. So as we're moving through this, in this new moon portal, intentions around really being able to recognize the places where you've held yourself back, recognize the stories that you've told yourself or that have come up for you, the blocks that have come up for you when you have tried to stretch yourself to the next level. Okay? It's about turning those stories into something else. This is really an alchemist moon, right? It's saying, let's go deeper. Let's attach more meaning to what we're desiring to create in our lives. And let's start making moves towards it. Even when we can't see that next step, we're going to step up even when we don't know that it's there. Okay? And the importance of this is, as this is the energy that's present, now is the time. Astrology is the universe speaking to us, right? It is the rhythms, it is the story, it is what is the fabric that is holding us together. So now more than ever, this moon, what is your leap of faith? What is the thing that is going to require you to be scared and move forward anyways, and to not know if it's going to work? What is the thing that you are going to have to move on faith through, move by feel through, move on trust through? Set your intention to do that thing. Actually, better yet, set your intention that thing that you're moving towards, you're there already. You've made it. It was worth it. Write that story. And as all these pieces of, oh my gosh, the world's chaotic right now, there's a pandemic, the United States is in shambles, let's be real. As those stories come up, choose to write the other one. Choose to write one where not only you have made your desires come true, but that this world has begun to make our trials and tribulations and this story become true. And so I can't remember which post I wrote in it about, and I'm going to try and wrap this up as quick as I can here, is I was reminded by Leah Lamb recently, who's an amazing storyteller, and I love her. I did one of her day-long workshops, and I recommend it highly, that every single culture around the world has a mythology that the world came into being by being spoken, sung, drummed, or hummed into being. Which is to say that the stories that we tell ourselves personally and the stories that we tell ourselves about our collective are powerful. They are one of the most powerful things that we have at our disposal, in our toolkit. So, as you're setting in intentions for this new moon, write a good story. Write a story that you want to live. And allow yourself the freedom to make the transformation of those places that needed to be healed, those places where you feel unsure of, the places that you feel scared of, the places that feel like blocks or heavy or traps. Allow yourself to write a story that you moved through them, that you made it, and that it was worth it. So thank you so much for joining me. Live did not work. If you're joining me on Instagram or YouTube, usually I am live and I do mini chart readings for my Facebook group. But today, I'm actually just going to post this because my live gate out on me 3 times. So I'm going to take that as a sign. Mercury, all of that jazz. And all of that jazz. And if you are watching this in my Facebook group, go ahead and comment below what your birth date, birth time, and birthplace is, and I will do a mini reading for you in the comments as quickly as I can. I get so many of these lately. Just bear with me as I get to everyone, okay? All right. Happy new moon, y'all. Be sure to join me in the Wise Woman Facebook group where I go live several times a week and do mini chart readings. That's right. I put my eyeballs on your chart. You're going to find an amazing community, so much support. So come on and join me in the Wise Woman Facebook group. See you soon.